Verse 46, underline this. This goes right in line with verse 40. Ready? Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and not do what I say? Everyone who comes to me and hears my words and does them, circle that, I will show you what he is like. He is like a man building a house who dug deep and laid the foundation on the rock. And when a flood arose, the stream broke against that house and could not shake it because it had been well built. But the one who hears and does not do my words is like a man who built a house on the ground without a foundation. When the stream broke against it, immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great. Can you believe that Jesus actually asked something of you this morning? Can you believe that? Because for many of us, we grew up in maybe a church that just told us, hey, you just pray a sinner's prayer, whatever, come around the campfire, throw a little something in the fire, and all of a sudden you're saved. And you go home and you're like, I became a Christian this weekend. And your parents are like, okay, cool, we'll see if it matters. And then, the next day you're exactly the same as you were before. And you can't figure out why this thing that was supposed to have happened in you never really happened. Well, the reality is Jesus doesn't call converts. Jesus calls disciples. Most of Christianity that we've absorbed for the last half century, kind of the Billy Graham cattle call evangelism, which I'm not totally against because I believe God works in that. I grew up in that myself, but I want you to understand, it's not coming to a moment and saying, oh, now I'm a Christian and I don't have to do anything else. You come to a moment where you repent, you come into the family of God, you get a new set of rules of what it means to belong to the new family, and then you adhere to those rules. But for many of us, we just want the blessings of being born again and then leaving that and going back to our old garbage life. We want the benefits of God without following God. That's not discipleship, and that's not what Jesus did on the cross. He didn't die on the cross so you could say, I want to live my own way, but I still want to be saved. That's incompatible in first century discipleship. And it's incompatible with Jesus' own words. He says, I invite you to come to me. I love you. Repent of your sin. I'm going to make you new. I'm going to take the old hard heart that you have toward God. I'm going to make it soft and moldable. And you're going to feel life inside of you like Dan talked about this morning. He went from a drug-running, meth lab-making drug dealer in prison with white supremacists. You got to hear his story sometime. I mean, it is wild and crazy. He went from the extreme of I'm going to do what I want to do, to all of a sudden God just intersected in his life and changed his heart. He didn't say at that point, you know what? I'm a Christian now, so I'm going to run Christian guns and sell Christian meth. The two worlds are incompatible. You can't go. It's like when your dog throws up on the carpet and you start cleaning it up and your dog comes over and starts to eat it again off the carpet. You kind of go, oh, Rufus, what are you doing? Whatever your dog's name is. That's a weird name anyway. But, it's like, what are you, because I even talk to my own dog when it throws up and it tries to go back and eat it. I go, Samson, what are you doing? And my dog doesn't understand. It's just like, I don't know, I'm just eating this barf I just threw up. The dog, I'm even talking to a dog that can't comprehend what I'm saying. But I even recognize when the dog goes back to its vomit to eat it, I even recognize my own heart. There's something not right here. That's not right. I don't care if you're a dog. That's not right. Time out. And this is the whole point. Jesus doesn't say, come to me, get saved, and go back to your old life. He says, come to me, get saved, and learn from me what it means to follow God. And I love what he says right here. He says to the crowd gathered here, why do you call me Lord and not do what I say? That's incompatible.